Welcome to Made in Ukraine Insights, your gateway to discovering the innovation, resilience, bravery, and excellence of Ukrainian manufacturing and businesses. I'm Sophia, and each week I'll bring you inspiring stories of Ukrainian entrepreneurs and manufacturers who are revolutionizing global trade. From agricultural innovations to curing-edge technology, we showcase the best of what Ukraine offers to international markets. Powered by Factorist.com, Ukraine's leading B2B marketplace, this podcast connects you with verified Ukrainian manufacturers and their success stories. Whether you're a global trader, wholesaler, or business leader, you'll discover unique opportunities and insights that can transform your supply chain.
Okay, so today we're going to be looking at Ukrainian textiles.
Right.
And we've got a really interesting assortment of sources here.
Yeah, it looks like a good mix.
We've got articles, we've got industry reports, and even some company profiles.
Nice.
So yeah, we're going to try to kind of thread our way through all of this.
I like that thread our way.
Yeah.
It's very appropriate.
To try to understand how Ukrainian textile companies are finding success on like a global scale.
Yeah, especially, given all the obvious challenges. I think it's a really inspiring story of resilience.
For sure.
This industry has always been known for its craftsmanship.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing now is like this real push towards modernization and global integration.
Absolutely. So we'll be looking at a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Like innovation in production, how they're achieving these really high quality standards, and also this impressive commitment to sustainability.
Right. And we can't forget about technology.
Yeah.
Like all the digital platforms connecting buyers and sellers,
Right.
AI on the factory floor, like tech is a major player in this story.
For sure. So to start off, let's talk about Lviv,
Okay.
a city that's obviously steeped in history, but is also becoming this like major hub for textile manufacturing in Ukraine.
Interesting.
From your perspective, what's driving that?
Well, Lviv has a couple of things going for it.
Okay.
First, it's strategically located,
Right.
close to those key European markets, which makes exporting easier and more cost-effective.
Makes sense.
And second, they have a skilled workforce
Uh-huh.
with this long tradition of textile production.
Yeah.
And then finally, there's just like this growing ecosystem of support for businesses in the region,
Oh, interesting.
including, government incentives and industry associations.
Wow. So it's this combination of location and talent and a supportive environment.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So speaking of reaching global markets,
Yeah.
we came across a company called Avaton.
Okay.
They're a manufacturer of premium terry textile.
Oh, cool.
They're doing some really interesting things in terms of production and exports.
I've heard of them. Yeah. They're a great example of a company that's embracing both tradition and innovation.
Yeah.
So they specialize in knitted terry production,
Okay.
which is this technique known for producing softer, more durable fabric.
Oh.
And what's cool is that they're one of the few companies in Ukraine using this method.
Wow. So I was reading that they only use premium cotton yarn.
Yeah, they're really committed to quality.
Yeah. And they even received a gold medal in this national competition
Oh, wow.
called Higher Standard.
Okay.
So what exactly is Higher Standard, and what does that award tell us about Avaton?
So Higher Standard is like this prestigious national competition in Ukraine
Right.
that recognizes excellence in quality and innovation across different industries.
Got it.
But for textile manufacturers, it's a really big deal.
Okay, I bet.
To win a gold medal means that Avaton has been recognized for its commitment to using top-notch materials, adhering to strict production standards, and creating goods that actually meet international benchmarks.
So it's not just about saying they're high quality. They've got the proof to back it up.
Exactly.
That's impressive. And they're taking this quality product global, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Avaton is using a B2B platform called Factorist
Okay.
to connect with international buyers.
Ah, Factorist. We saw that name a lot in our research.
It's a pretty big deal.
What's the significance of a platform like that for Ukrainian textile companies?
Well, I think it's a game changer
Okay.
in terms of like opening up global markets.
Yeah.
You can think of Factorist like a digital marketplace,
Uh-huh.
specifically for businesses.
Got it.
It allows Ukrainian manufacturers to showcase their products to a wider audience,
Right.
Manage orders, handle payments securely, and even get support with logistics.
So it streamlines that whole export process,
Exactly.
which must be such a huge advantage, especially for smaller companies
Oh, yeah, for sure.
that maybe don't have the resources to navigate international trade on their own.
Right. It can be really daunting.
And what's interesting about Factorist is their emphasis on verified manufacturers
Yeah.
and rigorous quality control processes.
Mm-hmm. It's becoming increasingly important for buyers, especially in the textile industry.
I'm curious, why is that emphasis on verification and quality control so crucial?
Well, in a globalized marketplace, trust is paramount.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Buyers need to be confident that they're getting products from reputable manufacturers who meet international standards.
Mm-hmm.
So Factorist addresses this by vetting the companies on its platform,
Okay.
making sure they meet certain criteria in terms of production capabilities,
Right.
quality management systems, and ethical practices.
So it's not just about connecting buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
It's about building this network of trust and transparency.
Exactly. And this focus on verified manufacturers and robust quality control is really helping to elevate the reputation of Ukrainian textile companies on that global market.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a really positive development, I think.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting to see how that focus on, verification and quality control, it's really shaping the entire industry. Like, it's not just about meeting those basic requirements anymore.
right.
It's about going above and beyond to show excellence.
Yeah. And it makes me think about something else that we saw in our research.
Oh, yeah.
This use of technology in production, like
Mm-hmm.
Ukrainian textile factories seem to be really embracing modern technology
Absolutely.
to improve both their efficiency and their quality.
We're seeing a real shift towards Industry 4.0
Okay.
in the textile sector, and Ukraine's no exception.
Interesting.
Companies are adopting, these AI-powered cutting systems,
Wow.
integrating sophisticated ERP software to manage their operations.
Okay.
And they're even using digital quality control processes at every stage of production.
Wow. That's a lot of tech.
It is.
Can you break down some of those innovations for us a bit?
Sure.
Like, what are the benefits of using like an AI-powered cutting system?
Yeah. So imagine a system that can analyze fabric patterns
Okay.
and figure out the best way to cut the material.
Good.
Minimizing waste and ensuring precision.
Got it.
That's what AI-powered cutting systems can do.
Hmm?
They bring a level of accuracy and speed that you just can't get with traditional methods.
So it's about like optimizing those resources and reducing waste,
Exactly.
which really aligns with those sustainability goals we were talking about.
It all ties together.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you've got your ERP systems, which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning.
Oh, okay.
And those systems integrate all aspects of a company's operations,
All right.
like everything from procurement and inventory management to production planning and sales.
So they can see everything in one place.
Yeah, by having all that data in a central system,
Right.
companies can gain real-time insights into their operations,
Makes sense.
identify bottlenecks, and make better decisions overall.
So it brings like a new level of efficiency and control to that whole manufacturing process.
Yes, it really streamlines things.
And what about digital quality control?
Right, so that's using sensors, cameras, and software
Okay.
to basically monitor production in real time.
Uh-huh.
You can catch defects early on and make sure that the products meet all the standards.
So that not only improves the quality, but also reduces the risk of those costly errors down the line.
Exactly. It's about being proactive.
It's amazing to see how technology is transforming like every single aspect of textile production,
I know, it's incredible.
from design to delivery.
It really is. And this technological advancement is a key factor in enabling those Ukrainian textile companies to compete on a global scale.
Right.
Buyers are looking for partners who can deliver high-quality products efficiently and reliably, and technology is playing a huge role in making that happen.
Okay, so we've got the quality, the global reach.
Yeah.
What about international partnerships?
Oh, that's another key area.
Yeah, we read that Ukrainian textile companies are actively seeking collaborations with global brands and retailers.
Yeah, those partnerships are becoming super important for Ukrainian companies.
Okay.
It's a chance to access new markets, learn from industry leaders,
Right.
and get valuable experience working with global brands.
And for the global brands, it's a chance to tap into Ukraine's skilled workforce,
Yeah,
competitive production costs, and a growing reputation for quality.
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
mutually beneficial.
It's a win-win.
Totally. And we even saw an example of a Ukrainian company called Textile Contact
Right.
that actually produces uniforms for the German police.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of the trust and expertise that Ukrainian textile companies are building.
Yeah.
To be chosen to produce uniforms for law enforcement in another country,
Yeah.
it really speaks volumes about their quality and reliability.
It's like a testament to their craftsmanship
For sure.
and their attention to detail.
Absolutely. And this focus on quality is being reinforced by this growing emphasis on international certifications.
Right, we touched on that earlier.
Yeah.
With Avaton and the Higher Standard Award.
Yeah.
But what other kinds of certifications are there in the textile industry? And why are they so important?
There are a number of internationally recognized certifications that buyers look for, depending on their specific needs.
Yeah.
Some of the most common ones include the Okotex Standard 100.
Okay, hold on. Can you unpack that acronym for us a bit?
Oh, yeah, of course.
What does that stand for, and what does it tell us about those products?
So Okotex Standard 100, it's a globally recognized certification for textiles that have been tested for harmful substances.
Okay.
It ensures that the fabrics and materials are safe for human health.
So that's a big one for consumers who are, worried about safety and sustainability.
Exactly.
Okay, what are the other ones?
Right. So there's GOTS, which stands for Global Organic Textile Standard. And that certification makes sure that the textiles are made from organic fibers and have been produced in an environmentally and socially responsible manner.
So organic materials and ethical production.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and what was that last one?
BSCI.
DSCI.
Yep. So that's the Business Social Compliance Initiative.
Okay.
And it focuses on social responsibility in the supply chain.
Got it.
So it makes sure that workers' rights are protected,
Right.
that factories follow ethical labor practices, and that the production processes are safe and sustainable.
So these certifications cover a pretty wide range of factors,
I do.
from the safety of the materials to the ethical treatment of workers.
Yeah, it's about a holistic approach.
And getting these certifications, it's not just a box-ticking exercise for these companies.
No, not at all.
It's like a strategic decision that shows their commitment
Exactly.
to quality, sustainability, and ethical business practices.
It's about walking the walk.
It's like a seal of approval for buyers. That tells them that they can trust the products and the processes behind them.
Exactly. And this focus on transparency and accountability is becoming more and more important in today's global marketplace.
Right.
Consumers are demanding more information about where their products come from,
Yeah.
who made them,
Right.
and the impact those choices have.
For sure. Yeah, it's great to see these companies stepping up like this and really embracing these standards.
Yeah, and it's not just about meeting those demands,
Right.
Many companies are really genuinely committed to those sustainable practices because they get it, They understand it's the right thing to do for their business, for their workers,
Right.
for the planet.
We saw some really great examples of that in our research.
Oh, yeah.
Like companies using energy-efficient production systems, reducing waste, even exploring eco-friendly materials.
Yeah, and it's so cool to see how sustainability is like woven into every aspect of the business. We even came across a company called Read.Inventex, and they're actually developing an infrastructure for recycling textile waste in Ukraine.
Wow, that's incredible. Tell me more about that. What are they doing with those recycled materials?
It's a really innovative approach.
Yeah.
So they take that textile waste from different sources and transform it into new usable materials. They've created insulation for buildings, padding for furniture,
Wow.
even new fabrics.
So it's a circular model
Exactly.
where waste becomes a valuable resource.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's a great example of how sustainability can really drive innovation.
Absolutely. And this kind of initiative isn't just good for the environment. It also just makes good business sense.
Yeah.
Reduce waste. Find creative uses for those materials, lower costs, create new revenue streams.
It's a win-win for everyone.
For sure.
Okay, so we've covered a lot today.
We have.
Lviv's rise as this textile hub, the role of technology and innovation,
Yeah.
the focus on quality and certifications,
So,
a commitment to sustainability.
yeah, for sure.
So what does this all mean for our listener?
Oh, that's a great question.
Why should they care about what's happening in the Ukrainian textile industry?
I think it comes down to this.
Okay.
The clothes we wear, the towels we use,
Yeah.
like the very fabric of our lives,
Yeah.
it's all connected to, these global trends, these economic forces, choices that we make as consumers by
Right.
understanding like the journey of these products.
Yep.
We can become more conscious consumers.
So it's not just about what we buy.
No.
It's about where it comes from, who made it,
Yeah.
what impact our choices have on the world.
Exactly. So next time you're out shopping,
Okay.
take a moment to consider the label.
Mm-hmm.
Could a Made in Ukraine label represent not just quality and style,
Right.
but also a commitment to ethical production and sustainable practices?
Wow.
A contribution to a country rebuilding and reimagining itself.
That's powerful.
It is.
Yeah, it really encourages us to be more mindful of the stories behind the clothes we wear, the impact of our choices.
And that's what we hope you take away from this deep dive, you know?
Right.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And by understanding, you know, the complexities of this industry, you can make better decisions, ones that align with your values.
It's about, threading together our individual actions with a broader movement towards responsible consumption,
Right.
global interconnectedness.
Beautifully said. And who knows, maybe the future of fashion will be woven with threads of resilience, innovation, and sustainability,
Yeah.
all coming from Ukraine.
I love that. That's a future I think we can all get behind.
Uh-huh.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was great to be here.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, keep learning.
Absolutely. And remember, every thread tells a story.
Thanks for tuning in to Made in Ukraine Insights podcast. If today's story inspired you, there's much more to discover. Visit now factoris.com to connect directly with verified Ukrainian manufacturers and explore thousands of products ready for global trade. Our AI-powered B2B marketplace makes international sourcing simple, secure, and efficient. Don't miss out next episode. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast platform. For exclusive insights and manufacturer spotlights, follow us on LinkedIn and check out the Made in Ukraine magazine. This is Sophia, reminding you that the future of global trade is being shaped right here in Ukraine. Until next time.